Hey, it's Justin Moore from Trending Family, and here are this week's top 5 trending news that are influencing families. So Amazon recently opened Amazon 4-Star, which is a new physical store where everything for sale is rated 4 stars and above, is a top seller, or is new and trending on Amazon.com. So the store is in the Soho in New York, and they've got some cool features. They've got sections for most wished for, trending around NYC, frequently bought together, Amazon exclusives. So this is a pretty smart idea. I mean, Amazon has this tremendous war chest, right? I mean, to try these types of experiments. I mean, I think that was their logic with Amazon Go, right? I mean, those stores where you walk in, there's no cashier, they use machine vision to know who you are and automatically check you out when you walk out of the store. And so they can afford to try these types of things, and if it fails in a couple of years, they'll just close it down, right? And so I think we're going to continue to see these types of moves that will allow Amazon to dominate both on and offline commerce. So Chain Store H talked about how Michaels is another retailer jumping into the void left by Toys R Us. So Michaels announced that they're launching a new website dedicated to kid-friendly crafts, along with a rebranding of its in-store kids presentation. And so Chuck Rubin, who is the chairman and CEO of Michaels, said that one of the most powerful tools to inspire creativity is playtime, and that they're proud to make it easier for customers to find toys, activities, and supplies that are engaging and family-friendly. And that at Michaels, their goal is to be the preferred omni-channel destination for creative play, and that they're committed to making it easier for parents to provide their kids with more mindful screen-free fun. So this is a little bit of an interesting angle that Michaels is taking. It's unlike Walmart and Target, who are just bulking up their pure toy inventory in advance of the holiday season. And so Michaels is looking at this a little bit differently, but I think it's smart because I think there is some share on the table for parents and families who are looking for kind of some experiential things that they can do with their kids this holiday season. So Newzoo had an article about family gamers, which is gamers who live in a household where both kids and adults game together. And that many game publishers market their products to young gamers and adults alike, but that there's this segment that intersects the two where there's this massive opportunity. You know, you look at Spotify, you look at Netflix, who have already recognized this and offer subscription options that allow for multiple users on one account. And so the closest thing to this is Xbox Game Pass, which kind of has this ability, but not really. And they posit that if you formalize this, that they may be able to gain some share against PlayStation, right? In our space, we actually see this phenomenon pretty significantly on YouTube, right? So you've got audiences who are co-viewing, right? You've got the mom who's watching a YouTube influencer with her kid, right? And so brands are very eager to market to this type of audience because it's a very effective way to speak to the whole family. And so I think we're going to continue to see this. So MarketWatch discussed the 12th annual Accenture Holiday Shopping Survey, which found that U.S. consumer spending is expected to increase this year. They surveyed about 1,500 U.S. consumers and found that Americans will spend $658 on holiday shopping this year on average, compared with $632 in the 2017 survey. And that 90% of respondents said that they plan to spend as much or more than they did last year. A couple things: with growing consumer confidence, shoppers are less price sensitive. If a retailer is not authentically committed to prioritizing inclusion and diversity, millennials may take their money to a competitor. And that there's a rise in experiential gift giving. That's travel and dining out and concerts. And that 15% said that they plan on using social media to guide their holiday purchases this year. That's up from 8% last year. So, all indicators point to this holiday season being extremely strong for retailers. And Ad Age talked about how Johnson & Johnson's Clean and Clear enlisted some true micro-influencer teens to help launch a new campaign. And so Dylan Eisman, who is an 18-year-old, runs a nonprofit in Southern California that restores damaged apparel for homeless teens, said that he never really thought of himself as an influencer. I mean, he's got about 1,400 followers on Instagram. But Simon Girardi, who is the U.S. acne portfolio lead for J&J, said that the brand opted for trying influencers who weren't famous per se, but are doing things that other kids responded to authentically and kind of letting them tell their story and building the products and the brands from there. Of course, so many brands are interested in trying influencer marketing these days. In fact, the ANA ran a survey last year that found that 75% are using influencer marketing right now, and that 43% plan on spending more on it next year. And so, I think this is to be expected with any new marketing strategy, right? I mean, you've got the brands trying out micro influencers, those trying out mega influencers, some are trying out mid-tier influencers, and so it'll be interesting to see if J&J doubles down on this approach. I do think that utilizing mid-tier influencers could be pretty powerful to augment their approach.